Catherine, what have you got here?
Well, this is just a suggestion of what we have for an annual holiday bazaar. Each year, this event takes place at the Civic Center in Urbana, usually about the first weekend in November. This is a good fundraiser.
Oh, it's beautiful stuff.
And this gives volunteers who have skills in crafts a wonderful opportunity to exhibit those skills for the benefit of the Humane Society.
You have a lot of people attending this event?
We do. We have a good number. We can always use more, and our advertising, I think, is quite adequate to bring people in. But there's, isn't this a lovely...
This is the kind of thing where I'm sure you get regular customers.
Oh, yes, every year. One thing that we have that's very special is our catnip strawberries.
And dog biscuit ornaments
or
something?
Oh, yes, yes. And all the cat people come in and they take 20 of each. So this is a very good event that we have.
You don't even need pet owners to come in and find a lot of things that they would enjoy here.
That's true.
That's wonderful. This is great stuff. Wonderful stuff.
And all handmade. The bazaar tends to be handmade items.
How helpful is it to the Humane Society?
Thousands of dollars.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. That's how helpful it is.
Well, let's see. This is only June. We better put this on our calendar of events and things to do.
Good for you. Yes.
Thank you.
We'd appreciate that.
Should we talk about some more things going on?
That would be fine. Let's sit down.
We've seen a lot of things going on, Catherine. But you know what? I have this feeling that there must be a lot more for a facility like this. How else do you raise some money?
Another very large event that we have every year is our garage sale, which takes place usually about the first weekend in June. We hold it at the Champaign County Fairgrounds, where there's lots of parking for customers as well as for the volunteers who spend 2 weeks before the sale sorting, unloading cars, pricing things, and displaying them for sale. The sale is beautifully departmentalized. Our books are separated into several interest areas, including textbooks, mystery, fiction. Our housewares are divided into electrical appliances, dishes, glassware. This not only makes it handy for the customers who are coming to buy, but it's very nice for the volunteers who are expected to dive into this job with a box full of goodies from someone's car and know just where to put things. We have massive amounts of clothing. Community residents come during the 2-week period before the sale, and then the volunteers sort, price, and display the merchandise. And then the volunteers also help during the 2 days of the sale. Cars are unloaded inside the building, so if it's raining or if it's terribly hot, this is no problem for the people working there. This is a big event, and we hope we get lots of volunteers wanting to come and help us with the 1992 sale. We do things all through the year. We have a wonderful pet masquerade at Lincoln Square in Urbana. Now, this is not a fundraiser. This is simply a wonderful gesture by the part of the merchants at Lincoln Square. They like to get people in off the street on Halloween. It's a good, safe place to be. So you dress up your pet, you come in, we have a contest, there are prizes. It's great fun to see how people do that.
How many years have you went to? I remember this for quite some time. How many years now?
I think this must be our 6th or 7th year coming up with the Pet Masquerade.
And how many participants?
Oh, goodness. I'm not very good with numbers. I'm really not good with numbers. I will estimate that we have 50.
It's a great way to introduce some of the services, too, besides getting the kids off the street and the old folks, too.
That's right, and there are lots of old folks who come with the young folks. Yes.
What else do you have?
We have a dog wash. That is a good fundraiser.
The firemen do that.
The Urbana firemen treat us to a dog wash in back of the firehouse where they have the floor drains. And so the water and all that dog hair goes into the floor drains and disappears. And for volunteers who don't mind getting wet and like to handle the animals, this is a good project. Once a year, good fundraiser. We also have a bazaar in November. We discussed that.
Great items.
Then Larry Canfor a marvelous local photographer, comes every year for this last year. He was here 2 days, almost 2 full days, photographing people's pets
Wonderful.
for a fee.
What a great idea.
And of course, we get the fee, so that's very nice. And the people who contribute the fee get a lovely portrait.
What time of year does that happen?
That's in the spring.
So you have the Halloween thing in fall. The dog wash happens.
In the late summer.
Okay, everybody, nobody wash their dogs from now on.
That's right. We want lots of dirty dogs.
And then the spring portraits of the pets. That's wonderful.
Another program, Pat, which I want to mention is Pets on Wheels. This is a program which involves people who take animals into nursing homes for visits with the residents. We encourage people to take their own animals if those animals are appropriate. If not, and many people's pets are not appropriate, we ask them to come to the Humane Center, pick up an animal, take it to the nursing home in a carrier, check with the director of the nursing home to see which of the residents are interested in seeing animals, and then the volunteer goes into the room with the animal to visit with the resident. Many of these people have had to part with lifelong pets just to move into the facility. This is a real spirit enlivening experience for those volunteers and for the residents. You notice we're sitting in a library.
It's a marvelous facility.
Isn't this nice? It's a young library and growing quite rapidly. Everything we have here is on computer and can be checked out by people for whom this is interesting.
Classes can come in too?
Yes, classes can come in. We sometimes get students who come.
How about kids working on badges, scouts?
Oh, yes. We have a lot of information on things like animal population, breeds of dogs, endangered species. So this is a good place to come for that kind of research. We have a librarian who handles our library. She is a professional librarian and contributes her time on a volunteer basis to us. Then she has an assistant whom she has trained, who comes in once a week and does all the necessary bookwork.
One of the things that we believe in so much is just because a person is a volunteer doesn't mean they're unprofessional. We have so many volunteers. All that means is that they're not paid and they believe in your cause.
That's true. And I think we might even say they're not paid in money.
Of course.
I think there are such rewards.
You better say that, Catherine.
Yes. There are such rewards here.
Yeah.
Yes. We feel that education is the #1 priority. We need to educate people from tiny little children.
Once the young people come in here and they begin to learn about responsible pet care, you've got the job halfway met.
I think you're right.
Well, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Our docent program here has to do with humane education. We have a volunteer who comes in and has wonderful educational programs for 3- and 4-year-old children. We will develop programs for older children as well, and right on up to adults.
That's wonderful. That's really great. Catherine, it's been a marvelous time that you've allowed me to spend here at the Humane Society, and I'd like to invite a lot of viewers to come and see the facility and take advantage of the fine things. Thanks to the people at Cablevision for starting us out, and thanks for the production people for finishing this off. My name is Pat Chappell. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you again next Sunday.